Today we're going to do some water tests. Now there's an awful lot of tests you can do to water to find out if it's healthy or not, or whether we expect to have pathogens in it, a whole host of things. We're going to do three fairly basic ones. First one we're going to do is a nitrite test. This is using just some chemical fluids that we'll add. We'll see how the color changes. We're also going to do a pH test. We're using universal indicator to get that. And the last one is turbidity, kind of the cloudiness of water, right, with a test here. Now we've got two different local water samples. These are both from right here at Viewholtz. One is from kind of our wetlands creek area, and another is from kind of a stagnant pond. So we're gonna test these and see what we get. So come on in and we'll take a look at the actual data, see the test, and you can use that to fill out your forms. All right, for the actual lab part, now I've already got my water measured out, 5 milliliters in each of these, and we're gonna go with very simply A and B, 10 milliliters of water in the other set, and A and B. So we're gonna go ahead and run. Now the nitrite test takes about 5 minutes to work, but we're gonna add 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to each. And then we need to shake them up, right? So we've got the nitrites prepared, and they're gonna sit there for a while. We can go ahead and do our pH. Now we're gonna use universal indicator fluid, would be based off of this chart. So set that down. Now let's go ahead. So once again, 5 drops each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the nitrites, take a while, where pH is all but instantaneous. We just need to make sure it's getting mixed up well. And there we are. So let's go ahead and look. Now with this, I can kind of put it up and we can get a nice look at things. I can kind of put this behind it so you can get an idea of color. So you can go ahead and measure the color, right, for what it is for each one. And obviously you can pause and get a better bearing on what the pH you think actually it is. And although it hasn't been the full 5 minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab 2 test tubes that we had already done. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back here so we can kind of see the color well. And here is our color chart for the nitrites. Everything's propped up well so you can see it, right? So now we have our different colors, and you can make your determination from them of what the parts per million are. So there we go for our data. Now for what it's worth, the ones we did just drop in, we can see the color is appearing. It just hasn't been long enough to get good color yet. So we're just going to use these, which I did a little bit earlier. Now we're going to transfer and I'm going to do the turbidity test, but I have to arrange my camera a little bit different for that one. So here we go. Now for the turbidity test, I have taken my water sample. I've put it in a 25 milliliter tube, and we're going to set it right here. Now, if there were zero pollution, right, zero turbidity, it would look exactly the same. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and look down through here. Let me get it right over the top. and read it to see what it looks like. And what you're trying to do is see which one of these scales, right, it most closely represents. And I kind of don't have it exactly over, but should be able to get a good idea from there. All right, so that is sample A. And here we're going to go with sample B. I'm trying to make sure we get it lined up. You're trying to look through, right? Oop, camera. And see what the grid most closely resembles. And try and get it out here so we can see all of the units. So once again, a turbidity scale. Trying to read that grid at the bottom. I'm just going to swirl it around so I think we have some that's settling on the bottom, making it a little more awkward to see. And turbidity often is a harder scale to read. Anyway, there we go. And there we go, right? Our test that we're done. Now, we definitely saw some differences with our nitrites. Now, nothing got into the really dangerous levels, but we see those nitrites building up in one of the samples. And then with our pH, right? One is getting in that kind of slightly basic and the other a little bit slightly acidic. So both local water samples, but we get some different values from it. And turbidity, once again, based off what you were able to determine from the video. Anyway, that should wrap it up. Get all your data, wrap up your questions, and we should be good. Take care. See you next time.